So you start the meeting when you're ready. And then be sure you hit the record.
And we're very, very proud of all the new platinum executives in the company. We're breaking brand new platinum executives by the day. And the company is absolutely on fire. We could not be more excited about this company and the opportunity and building towards our national event February 5th in Orlando. So I want to make sure that everyone is getting their team members signed up and registered for Orlando. We're going to have awards there. We're going to do a lot of recognition, and it's going to be truly a phenomenal event. So we could not be more excited about that event. But this is leadership. Everyone on this line is a leader, and we always start out the Platinum Executive Call each week by recognizing our new Platinum Executives. So if you could unmute your line and put your camera on if you're in a good location.
Click down.
Jay Griffin, are you
in
the Platinum Executive? Jay Griffin? Okay. Who on the line is currently a brand new platinum executive in the company? Because we always start out each week recognizing our new platinum executives. If this is the first time you've been on the call on a Thursday night, could you please unmute yourself and introduce yourself so everyone on the team can get to know you and we can hear your story. Nakia Ray, are you a new platinum executive?
No, I am not, sir.
Oh, okay. Okay, you've been on this call before. Okay.
Yes, many times. Thank
great,
you.
Great. Sorry about that. So I don't think we have any brand new platinum executives. So we're going to get right into the training today. And what I'm going to start off in the beginning, and then you're going to hear from Tim Jones and Bill Constane. But what I want to go over here is how important it is to rank advance for your team. And through the help of Chris Oliver, Jork Battle, they brought in a new position in the company. And I don't know if a lot of you have seen it yet, but it's executive trainer. And that's 500 people in your matrix or unilevel. And I don't know if a lot of people understood that, but before it was only based on your matrix. But Steve Gresham, the advisory board, and the leadership understood that as we build the company, you are going to personally put people in your matrix on your 4th and 5th level. My business is already completely filled through my first 4 levels. So when I personally sponsor a new person in the matrix, they go on the 5th level. And that can be problematic as you grow the company and you have literally thousands of people on your team. You might have them go out of your matrix, but in the unilevel, everyone that you personally sponsor is on your 1st level. So the bigger your organization gets, the unilevel will take over. And the more people you personally sponsor, if you're a builder, the unilevel is where you're going to get the most amount of representatives on your team. So Steve, being the great owner he is and generous, he opened it up so you can qualify for any of the earned positions at unilevel or matrix. And I don't know if a lot of people understood that, but that's just another way for you to build the company. And when you get to ambassador and crown ambassador, that's going to be very, very important for you, because now when you personally sponsor 200, 300 people in a unilevel, they're all on your 1st level. And that's going to mean more people that you get promoted for and more people that come into your organization and count for those important positions. But one thing that Chris Oliver and Jork Battle recognized is that there was a big gap from platinum executive to senior executive. And it was 1,000 people in the matrix, and it was taking people a while to get there. So what they said, and they suggested and brought it to Steve and said, if we can just have it where it's halfway, where 500 people, whether it's a unilevel or matrix, and 12 personal sponsors, now you can be an executive trainer. And we actually have a bunch of people that are qualified right now. We're going to be recognizing them next week. And you're going to get paid. If you're qualified at the 1st of February, you're going to get paid the monthly lifestyle bonus. And the way it's going to work is whatever position you're qualified on the first day of every month is the position you get paid for in your monthly lifestyle bonus. So I would strongly encourage everyone to get to executive trainer or senior executive from now until the end of the month. And we have a lot of people on this line that are at executive trainer or senior executive. And we have a few people that are on the brink of the next earned position as well. So it's a very exciting time with SHG. But one thing I want to share with you, in my former company, there was a 3-year period where no one hit our top position, senior vice president. Nobody hit it. Tim Orbaker, who's a rep in this company now, was the first one to hit it. And when that was taking place, everyone was looking around saying, well, no one's there yet. When are people going to get promoted to it? And once somebody broke it, a whole bunch of people started hitting it. And then it was like a domino effect that hundreds of people started hitting it. And then we had to create another position even higher where they got a Bentley. And people went from making $5,000 a month to over $100,000 a month in a 2-year span. And the reason why that is because momentum started taking place. And a lot of people join a company, and the masses join a company when the company is already in massive momentum. That's when a lot of people join. The visionaries and true leaders join a company right now before people are hitting those top positions. And they understand the opportunity now as opposed to the opportunity when people are already promoted. I'm here to share with you, now is the time to build this company like you never have before, because you are going to be the people that 5 years from now, they're taking pictures with. They want your autograph. They want to know what you did, but they're not going to see all the hard work and sweat equity and what it took to build in the beginning stages when no one was at those positions. That's the unique timing we have right now. We have a very unique timing where literally people are in the pioneer stage, the Lewis and Clark expedition stage, where you are the pioneer going to the top of this company. And every single one of you on this line has an opportunity to be a Crown Ambassador. Now, it's just going to take hard work and dedication, but you can do it. Where it starts is this event coming up in February. Minimum, you need to be an executive trainer. I would strongly recommend you get to senior executive, where it's 1,000 people in your unilevel or matrix. You get the company ring, you get $500 a month lifestyle bonus, and you're going to speak on stage and recognize. We also have a magazine coming out. You'll be in the magazine. You're going to get a ton of recognition for hitting that. And why wouldn't you want to be one of the very first people in the company's history to hit that position? We all can do it right now, but it's going to take hard work and dedication, and it's going to have that visionary mindset, that trailblazer mindset, that you understand you are going out there and blazing a trail before other people have done it. And that's what it takes to be a leader. That's what it takes to make 6 figures a month in this industry. It's the people that do it before other people have done it. It's the leaders that see the opportunity before the masses see the opportunity. Because it's real easy to come in when the person working with you is making 6 figures a month. It's not always easy to come in when the person's making $1,000 a month on their way to 6 figures a month. And that's where it takes extra work, dedication, commitment, and that white hot burning desire that you will do whatever it takes to get to the top of the company. Every single one of us can do this, but it's going to start at this event. And I know there's a number of us on this line that are going to get promoted to senior executive. And I know there's a number of us on this line that are going to be executive trainers. But the question is, who's going to be the first ambassador? Who's going to be the first Crown Ambassador? And that's going to be someone who goes out and sponsors 100, 200 people. It's the person that goes out there and puts their head down and does not stop working till the job's done. And I know there's people on this line and people that we haven't even recruited yet that are going to make that happen. This opportunity is too good. The timing is perfect. The compensation plan is unbelievable. And we have the right leadership and the right owner to get the job done. Every single piece of the puzzle is there. You just need to put the puzzle together. You need to put it all together and make it happen. But I would like you to hear from a gentleman who actually came up with executive trainer, him and Jork Battle. And I want you to hear from him because he understands. He's been at the top of numerous companies, probably maybe 5 or 6 different companies. He's reached the top position. He's made millions of dollars in the industry, and he's mentored thousands of people. He's one of the best trainers and presenters in the industry. And I would like Chris Oliver just to share with the team why it's so important to get promoted to their own positions and what you're doing, building every day, and your commitment you have for SHG. Chris, take it away, sir.
Outstanding, Jim. Well, didn't know I was coming online, but well, one of the things that we always do is keep something ready in our heads, especially if you're all the way in the game. And you're doing definitely great job being able to lead by doing the do. That means you're actually working the business and not just talking the talk. One of the things we looked at, Jeb, was, anytime you're building, you want to have something that people can not only shoot for, but we wanted to say, well, something, give it a point to where people can get recognized, because once you hit that midway point, based upon numbers, you're going to get the opportunity of having that momentum drive you right into your next ranks. And then, you start moving through the comp plan and having, sometimes we can look at it and say, well, I'm looking at today. When you look at today, you never build an organization of 10,000, 20,000, 50,000. So one of the things I always looked at was, okay, is this conducive to being able to actually drive a team where you can help people get 1,000, 2,000, and 3,000, and 5,000 people in the organization? And will the compensation plan, support it? And one of the things that we looked at was, this piece of it is key, because as you have people that you're working with, you want to be able to work with people no matter whether they came in within the first 2, the first 5, the first 10, the last 20. Some individuals are going to have people that are going to come in beyond, as we say, a coded bonus, but this is going to be where you could get down in there, work with everybody, and give everybody an even playing field and a shot to be able to run with you as well. So we saw this as a major benefit to where, guess what? You got a position that's based upon the same level of congruency when it comes down to the comp plan. They both marry up. And if you have one that's off basis, we looked at it saying there's always a hole in our business model that we're doing. So that position that we have right now is something that I saw individuals who right now at the executive level, their belief went up, they see it. When it comes down to what we're doing right now, this comes down to how many people are we launching that we're helping to get promoted to these ranks. And in order to do that, we can't be, as leaders, so consumed on working with only 1 or 2 people because they fell on the leg. When you really focus on helping people hit these ranks, it's going to automatically push you to your next rank. So it's an old statement in home-based business. If you help enough people get what they want in return, you'll get what you want. That's real. It's not hypothetical. It's not something. I hear a lot of people talk it, but when it comes down to it, you don't really see the walk. So I always say, okay, let's put this company at a point to where we're walking the walk in the industry. And once, as you just said earlier, been in companies before, and it looked like all of a sudden no one could get to that top level or wherever it is, that multiple 6-figure, 7-figure income, where one person does it, the whole floodgates open up. And I truly believe we got the opportunity of helping the lead this time, not just watch it happen. And so many people have watched other people do it in companies, and they don't have a chance to participate. This time we all in the game. So I see that as an integral part of where we're going. And you're going to have, and I'm looking at the kind of people that are actually coming in, and the whole amount is getting paid out. And Jeb, I might say, well, wait a minute, it wasn't paid out to me on that 1 or 2 or 3. But guess what? We've had people that's 5 and 6 levels down that it is paying out. But I also understand in the comp plan, it paid out 10 levels to someone else. So the beauty behind it is if you build it, as we say earlier, they will come, your compensation will come, your income will come if you build it. But it's not going to come thinking and just theory. You got to do the work. You got to actually do the do.
I agree 100%, Chris, and you hit the nail on the head. It's leading by example. When you go out and lead by example, the team will follow. Focus on your team right now, hitting platinum executive, getting on this call with Steve Gresham every Thursday, and then going executive trainer. Because you get enough people at executive trainer, you will automatically get promoted to the next position of senior executive, vice president, and senior vice president and beyond. It's just about going out there and leading by example. Everyone on the team right now can lead by example. And what I would do if I were you in your shoes is call all your leaders and set goals with each of them this week. For 2022, when is your goal to hit executive trainer? When is your goal to hit senior executive? How many people do you want at the national event? How many people do you want to help get promoted? And it's about helping people. This business is not about you. It's about helping people get what they want. And ultimately, you will get everything you want. But it's about leading by example. And the only way you can do that is by doing the things every day, getting people on calls, piquing interest, working with your team, doing 3-way calls, helping people build the business. But I've never seen a company that is so simple and everyone can join. See, my former company, there was probably 50% of the people I would never even talk to about that company. The reason why, if they couldn't recruit 3 or 4 people, I knew they weren't going to make their money back. And I didn't feel right about bringing them into the company if they were just going to spend money and not make money. Here, everyone is a customer. Everyone is a candidate. Everyone saves a lot of money. Everyone can go on a trip at the end of the year. This opportunity is for everybody. There should be nobody safe on your list. There should be no chicken list. There should be no off limits list. Everyone should be a candidate, and you should be talking about SHG everywhere you go. Doesn't mean doing it full time, but it means everywhere you go, you're sharing this amazing opportunity with everyone. And like Chris said, when there's a hole, we'll fill it. When there's services we need, we'll provide them. When there's added compensation we need, we'll put it in there. When there's promotions that are needed, we'll do it. Steve Gresham is a marketing genius when it comes to adding promotions, products, and understanding what the field needs. He listens to the leadership. He listens to people like Chris and Jorik and Derek and Tim and Bill and all our great leaders in this company. Pastor Searson, we have amazing, amazing leaders in this company, and he listens to them and he does the right thing. That's why he added the upfront bonuses and took away the power code, because the power code was only paying out at 35%. Now the upfront bonuses are paying out at 80+%. There's so much more money going out to the field. He understood that. And he took what was a great plan and made it even better. And that's what I love about our leadership in this company. He's always looking for ways to add to the business, to add services. We're going to be coming out with some amazing services at the national event in February. That's just going to add more compensation, more commissions. In my former company, we had similar services. We were paying out almost $500,000 a month in commissions in just these services alone. Imagine what that's going to do for us. And we weren't a worldwide company. We weren't where you could sign up people anywhere in the world. But the timing of where we sit is so unique and so amazing. Do not take this moment in time for granted. Do not take Orlando for granted. You need to walk the stage, not for you, but your team. Your team needs to see you on the stage. The team needs you to get an award at executive trainer, and the team needs you to get promoted to senior executive. And it's about your team. It's about leading by example. And it's about putting your head down from now until February 5th and getting the job done. But I would like you to hear from next our director of rep services, and he really puts the whole company together from a standpoint of supporting everyone. And I know he's talking to the field. He's got his ear to the field more than just about anyone I know in this company, because he's in the trenches every day, working with brand new people, listening to some of the concerns, listening to some of the successes. He knows it all, the testimonials. So Mr. Tim Jones, if you could just come on the line and share a few minutes about, what you think is most important for the leadership to know in this company, because you got your hand right on the heartbeat of this company, just about more than anybody. I would say more than anybody. Maybe Steve does too. But share with the group what you feel the leadership needs to know right here, right now, Mr. Tim Jones.
Well, thank you so much, Jeb, and hello, everyone. I won't be redundant to say everything Chris has said and Jeb has said. We are all leaders. We know that we have to build the business. But I want to come from a different perspective, because I talk to people every day, platinums and golds, and it's important that we communicate and know what's out there. Each one of us, no matter how good and where we've been in life, every person on this call has to deal with personal issues, and we just got to deal with life. And so this what this call becomes so important, that iron sharpens iron, and that we feed off of each other. Because I promise you, no matter how successful we are, there are down days. There may be days that someone on this call today may question themselves. Well, I'm telling you, folks, from what I'm hearing and the people that's coming that you're sponsoring out there, they're excited. They're looking forward to something bigger than themselves. And that has to be because of each and every one of you as leaders. Keep telling your people, keep coming to those webinars, but also I thank you for taking time, because I don't want to just call everybody next, because every last one of you are doing this, I'm sure, that you even got your own teams where you're training and working with them. That's so important. And then you push them all towards the main calls and webinars that we have, but also we take time to work with them when the camera is off, so to speak. And so I want to let you know that the people are excited. I had a young lady today. I work with them in the back office to understand how the money flows, and show them a simple technique of just simply going in their back office, clicking on compensation. Once you click there, then just click on your commission report. What was so key for her to see the pending and the dates, and she was able to now understand and calculate 7 days from that point when that money's flowing. And then she looked at the Wednesday dates, and she said, oh, that's so easy to figure out. So there won't be any questions in their mind. What is unprocessed? That can get everybody confused. But if you take simple steps, and now they are becoming those leaders who then would tell their people, here's how you get paid. And that's what we're talking about doing every single day. It's the little things, the little details that we talked about last night on the Platinum call. So thank you is what I want to say to each and every one of you. You know what to do. Now let's build leaders and be the servant leaders that you are, to build an army that's going to fight against poverty and lack and ignorance and all the stuff that we got to deal with, so we can pull the 80% of the people who don't understand business. And we're taking time to teach them the business principles. And it all starts with you. And watch the amazing growth of this company, the amazing growth of those individuals, and I dare say, even the growth of you. Back to you, Jeb.
Absolutely, Tim. Well said. And I couldn't agree more. It's about working on yourself. I would strongly encourage everyone, if you're not doing this, at least 15 minutes to 30 minutes a day, listening to your favorite podcast, Positive Mindset, reading a book, doing things that are based on personal growth. Some of my favorite people are Eric Thomas, Tony Robbins, Jim Rohn. Jim Rohn, if you're not familiar with him, he is possibly the #1 on leadership and self-development and personal growth. And John Maxwell. Those are those are my favorite. Robert Kiyosaki is also really good from a financial standpoint. He's more about when you make money, how to keep it. Because there's a saying that says, if an idiot and his money will soon depart quickly. You know, you don't want to make a lot of money and then spend more than you're making. You want to keep that money and help people, but also be smart about it. Kiyosaki is very good about teaching you what to do with your money once you make it. John Maxwell is amazing at leadership. Jim Rohn is amazing at leadership as well. And he's probably the leader of all leaders. And if you're not every day working on yourself, you're not going to improve as quickly as you could if you just spend 15 to 30 minutes a day on podcasts, reading a book, self-development, things that'll help you sharpen your iron, that will help you sharpen your sword when you go out there and you go up against some challenges, because it's not always going to go the way you want it. The business isn't always going to go the way you want it. People will quit. People will let you down. And it's the leader that understands the long-term game. And like Chris said, that understands long-term what it's going to take to build this business. It's not a sprint. It's a marathon. It takes a while to go out there and make it happen. But is it okay to run hard for 2 years so you don't have to worry about money again? We've only been doing this a little over 5 months. The company's tripled in size, but that's nothing compared to where we're going with this company. You are in the beginning stages of something magical. And one of the gentlemen who was in my former company, he made millions of dollars with me. His best month, I think, was a little over $50,000. He's done extremely well in the industry, but he came into that company already where people were already making 6 figures a month. He didn't come in the beginning stages. And I told him, I said, Derek, if you came in to my company, former company, the way you're coming into SHG, you would have been one of those $1 million earners in that company every single year. And you would have been multiple 6 figures a month. And the reason why is the unique timing. We all have that unique timing right now. And I want Derek Taylor to come on the line. And he's been in the industry for 15, 20 years. He understands timing and he understands what we have here. And he's very excited. He's doing the presentation at 9 Eastern tonight in a half hour. But I'd like him to share a few words about where he sees SHG going and why he's so excited about what we're doing here. Derek Taylor, take it away.
What's up, boss?
I'm here. Looking good.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You know, I never really formally thanked you, Jeb. I thank you from the bottom of my heart, because at first I was mad at you when you put me in SHG, but then I've always followed you because I'm like, this man built a $150 million company. He's going to land on some goals sooner or later. And we did a couple of companies together after our former company, and look what we found. Look what you found. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart. You have changed my family's lives forever. My kids' lives, my grandkids' lives, and the rest of my life. You changed it forever by presenting me this opportunity, by throwing me in SHG. But you are right, bro, because when I was in my last company, I remember I came in 2008. And I remember the first position I got promoted to, I'm like, man, these guys and gals that were in the company when it first started, they were up there in their Bentleys and putting up these $100,000 checks and just living a rock star lifestyle. And I remember sitting there and I remember praying for something to help me build this business. So here's what I figured out for you, those on the call. This is what I did to create my success. And once I started creating enough success, the universe opened up, because the universe already knew me coming into the game. I ain't a quitter. So I just had to learn how to get my sea legs in my last company, just like I had to learn here, right? I've never done a force matrix before. I'm still learning. I still call Jeb and ask questions. So here's the things I'm gonna tell you off the top of my head. When I first started with that company, I said, I'm not going to miss a convention. because I want to learn, right? I want to learn from people who are better than me. There's so many people that's better than me in Savings Highway Global. When we get to this February, I'm going to be sitting on the front row with a pen and a piece of paper because I'm learning. I'm a student of the game. So I said, number one, I could do, these are the things that I can do in my control, right? Can I help the organization get to 25,000, 50,000 people? Well, yes, I can over time. But initially, I can be responsible for these things. I can be responsible for making sure I show up, making sure I show up on the webinars, make sure I show up on the at the conventions, making sure I show up when anything that the company or my mentors ask me to do, I'm there, right? So I can, that's in my control. Next, I can make sure that I constantly stay in phase one, which is recruiting. So I can recruit, I can help people start for $20, I can help them start for $100. Now, and then I don't want to do a drive-by signing. I'm going to help people come in and I'm going to train them. I'm going to coach them. I'm going to mentor them. I'm going to launch them. And I'm going to lead them through this Savings Highway Global compensation plan because I know how to get to a compensation plan as I did in my last company. And really, I wasn't the smartest at it. I just didn't quit. I just kept showing up. I kept bringing people with me. I kept bringing people to conventions. I kept inviting. I kept bringing people to my weekly meeting. So the last things I'll leave you with, if you're new, is set a specific goal, right? And I wrote this down. Surround yourself with team and coaches, people that's better than you. I kept listening and I kept applying what they told me to do. And then, make sure you create, like Jeff said, create an action plan. My goal is senior executive before the convention, and I'm going to try my darndest to get there. If I don't hit it, I'll set another goal, right? Because I have a full-time job. I'll set another goal, but I know eventually I'm going to hit it. I know eventually I'm going to be a crown ambassador because it's not about me, but I'm going to go out there and I'm going to serve the community. I'm going to help people. I'm going to launch people. And sooner or later, you will get promoted just off of the efforts of others for you sewing into them. And the last thing I'm going to do is make sure I invite 2 people a day, 2 to 5 people a day to look at the presentation. I'm constantly inviting them, constantly asking people, I'm constantly sending out that video. Your goal, ladies and gentlemen, is to have eyeballs on that video every single day, as many people as you can get. And I quit talking to my friends and family about this a long time ago because they just ain't down, right? They'll be down when you get to the end. So hopefully that helped. Jeff, back to you. I'm going to jump off in just a second because I'm going to do a nice webinar. And I'm going to bring it from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, brother.
Awesome. Great job, Derek. Good luck on the webinar tonight. Make sure you get all your team on the webinar and guests because that will be a truly great webinar, 9 o'clock in less than 25 minutes. But what Derek said is right. He's going to just he's either going to hit the goal or he's going to set a new goal. And that's what you want to think about. It took me in my first company 3 different times of conventions before I hit the top position. And I just kept setting new dates, new goals. That's all you have to do. You just don't quit. But what is very unique right now is we're in the beginning stages. So everything's going to grow that much quicker. And you're going to have countries that you override. And you're going to have people in your business that just become monsters because it's so brand new. So do not get down. Always work on yourself. Look for ways to always improve you and lead by example, and your team will follow. Another gentleman I'd like you to hear from has made, I think, $20 million in the industry. He's done extremely well. He's been at the top of many companies. He's always leads by example. And he's actually who brought me in this business. He shared the business with me, introduced me to Steve Gresham on a yacht little over 5 months ago. We were in Miami. I was consulting for another company. And he actually brought me on the yacht and introduced me to Steve. And me and Steve hit it off right away. And his wife, Luz, I instantly knew he was the right guy. So I would like you to hear from Mr. Jock Johnson. Jock, are you on the line?
Jeb Tyler, good evening. How you doing, sir?
Yes, I'm doing good. I can hear you and see you, sir. I'm doing great.
All right, good. Well, Jeb, this has just been incredible, just how everything is coming together, as far as this company goes. And as I told Steve back in the summer, when I saw this opportunity, Coach John Olive had been after me for about a couple of years with this. And I just said, man, I definitely want to see 1 million families save money, okay, on bills that they're already, spending every month. And so, yeah, we did meet there in Fort Lauderdale, hung out in Miami, and since then been in Vegas and out here in California. But what's beautiful about this is that the biggest money earners in this company have not even signed up yet. Okay, that's the beautiful thing. We're creating a breeding ground for this amazing concept here with Savings Highway Global. And so listening to Derek and Chris Oliver, yourself, Jeb, and Brother Tim, I mean, we're just blessed to have what we have here thus far. And so I'm looking forward to seeing all of you down in Florida. My son leaves for the Air Force on February 1st from Orlando. So I'll be down there a whole week. So Jeb, thank you for your leadership. As John Maxwell says, everything rises and falls on leadership. So back to you, my friend.
Thank you so much, Jock. And you're absolutely right. It's just an amazing time in the company, and we have such great leadership. And actually, we have an advisory board member that I want you to hear from as well. He's the actual financial advisor of the company. He's been an actual owner of a $500 million company, or a CEO in our industry. And he really understands business. And he's been with Steve for many years. I have a tremendous amount of respect for him. He's a great businessman, networker, marketer, and he really is the total package. And we're lucky to have him in the company. He's a great advisor to Steve as well. So I would like Mr. Bill Constan to come on the line and just kind of share with everyone on a leadership perspective what we have our hands on here and why this is such a unique time and amazing company. Take it away, sir.
All right. Hey, Jeb Tyler, doing a great job. Thanks so much for your leadership. We really appreciate you and everything you're doing for us. And great hearing all the platinum leaders, Jacques. And I just came on just a little bit ago. I was just coming off a conference call, but excited to be on. I see Tim Jones here on the advisory board, and doing a wonderful job as our Savings Highway Global Elder, as we like to say here, because he's always praying for our organization. I see Pastor Isaiah as well, and Pastor Sonia. Boy, we are a blessed company here. We have a lot of God-fearing leaders here, which is wonderful to see. So, I've been in the industry now, I guess lost count now, I guess about 32 years. And it's just refreshing. I want to use the word refreshing to have an opportunity, have a company where we don't have to sell a product where there's taste involved and allergies and, needing medical permission and discipline. We've made millions on that. A lot of people made millions of dollars. These products are great, health and wellness products, terrific. And if you're doing that in addition to Savings Highway, hey, no disrespect at all. You can make a fortune in network marketing. It's financial freedom. I got started in a company that sold all these different products. I just had to be able to justify in my mind, and then to my clients and to the people that I enrolled, my customers, why in most situations, why we have to pay more money for similar products in the marketplace. And that's, network marketing's got a lot of great products out there, but a lot of them are, a little bit high priced. We got to sell them. We got to have an incredible story, an incredible testimonial. And I tell you, doing those companies, and I've made millions with products, even the people that have had the most transformational stories and they've changed their bodies, they've lost 100 pounds, their immune system has been, completely, at a different level, and they feel great. They fall off the product. And it's like, wow, I can't believe the lack of retention from even people that have been on the stage having transformations. It's just shocking. But there's a little $8 trillion industry called travel. It might not be $8 trillion a year right now because of, some of the health challenges, some of the pandemic that's out there. But of course, we still need to empower our immune system and move forward, but people are still traveling, and they're traveling a lot, and you need to save money. And when you have an opportunity where people could come in for as little as $20, my goodness, and we don't have to worry about sales tax on top of that and shipping, and it makes this opportunity so easy. I'll tell you what, I was on a cruise ship, maybe 10, 11 years ago. And I remember one of the leaders saying, boy, if we just pour these 4 bottles of liquid into the ocean and teach everyone in our organization to pour their bottles into the ocean and tell friends and tell friends. And it was like, wow, that's a concept, but that makes it a money game, doesn't it? And this is a guy that, was building big business. He was half joking, but I'm saying, if you're going to do that, why do that and not have the margins? So, I have a compliance background, so I'm telling you that just kind of as a joke. But hey, people get into network marketing and it's all about the money. They don't care about the product. But we at Savings Highway Global, we care about the product. We care about saving people money and giving people a deliverable. And we know that we can service millions of people that will just enjoy it. You know what? I've got the social proof. I've got the receipts, right? Because the documentation beats the conversation. I know millions of people book online with some of our retail competitors. And if they can book online with our retail competitors, they might as well book online with Savings Highway Global, save a bunch of money, tell their friends, and let's make some big money together along the way. Back to you, Jeb.
I couldn't agree more, Bill, and very well said. And really, the people on this line really understand what they have their hands on because they've gone out and recruited 10 people minimum. We're talking to leaders here. But what a good leader does is they help other people become leaders. And they work with them to build them up and give them the tools and the experience and the confidence to move through this plan. So I strongly encourage that everyone, after this call this week, you sit down with each of your team members that are active. It's tough to force someone to do something they don't want to do. So I always work with the people that want to do this business. I don't try to force someone to do the business. I work with the people that are self-motivated, that are excited, that see the opportunity, that want to do it. I don't spend my time trying to convince someone why they need to do the business. So if you take that mindset and you work with the people that want to work, that are motivated, that are eager, that are understanding of what they have their hands on, and you help them move up, you're going to get everything you need. We've filled all the holes. We're putting everything in place. Executive trainer is there. We're having new services that we're adding at the national event. We're going to continue to make this opportunity better and better year after year. We're going to come out with amazing promotions. You've already seen them in the past 3 months with Steve Gresham. He's a promotion master. I thought I was good at promotions. He's even better. So we have a promotion master. We have an advisory board that really gets it, that understands it. We have perfect timing. We have amazing, amazing leadership. And the only component you need now is you. You need to lead by example. And it's not about you making the money. It's about you walking the stage for your team because they need to see you do it and they will follow. And believe me, they're going to follow in the tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands. We're just in the very beginning. It took 16 years to get here because he had a lot of trials and tribulations along the way. But that has been solved. Everything is in place to win. All we need is you. You need to lead by example. We have an amazing event coming up in Orlando. If your team's not registered, if you're not registered, you need to do it immediately and get yourself booked. Go in the travel engine, get that cheap deal on rooms, and you will love the event and your team will love it. I would strongly recommend having at least your 3 separate legs minimum at the event. If you can, have 10, 15 people. Because that's what it's going to take. You need people to run with. You need people to meet Steve Gresham and Bill Constane and Tim Jones and Chris Oliver and Jork Battle. You need people to meet
Jeb
them
Tyler,
at the event.
and Jeb Tyler.
Yeah, now is the time. You need to be there, and you need to have your people there. And what I want to close out with tonight, because the call's starting in about 12 minutes, but I want to leave you with this, because it is an honor that Steve asked me to help with the call, and Bill and Tim, to all of us to help with the call tonight, because he is under the weather. But I want to leave you with this. When I joined this industry about 25 years ago, I was hungry. I had no idea the career it would become, the millions of dollars I would make in the industry when I started, but I was hungry. That company was already past the momentum stage when I joined, and I still reached the top of that company. Do not take this moment in time for granted of where we sit right now. We are in the beginning stages of what will be a household name. We are in the beginning stages of a company that is going to take over worldwide. You have an opportunity to be one of the very few pioneers that is the first to walk the stage at our national event, the first executive trainers ever promoted, the first senior executives ever promoted, the first vice presidents. Now is that unique time. Do not sleep on this opportunity. Do not take time off. Do not wait for other people to pass you by. Go out and grab it and make it happen. I always think of myself as a train on the road to success. And you're either on the train tracks with me and on my train, and we're going the same spot together, and we're going to get promoted, or you're getting run over by the train if you get in my way, period. And when you have that laser focus, that white hot burning desire, when you wake up out of bed, no's do not affect you. They motivate you. People quitting do not affect you. It motivates you, because you know you're that much closer to your next superstar coming in the company. And that's all you need. It's mindset, it's belief, it's that white hot burning desire, and knowing beyond a shadow of a doubt that you can do this. Every one of you can do it. I'm here to share with you. You are in the best company at the best time. Let's make it happen. I will see you in Orlando. Get your people on the call. Derek Taylor in 10 minutes at 9 Eastern. Thank you so much. Bill, Tim, everyone, whoever wants to share a few words as we go. Thank you. God bless. And I look forward to SHG being a household name.
Is the place to be.
SHG is the place to be.
Yes, everyone wants to unmute and say SHG is the place to be.
SHG is the place to be.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Yeah, man.
Freedom.
God bless. God bless, everyone.